Politically motivated lawfare in Texas. It's June 17th, 2024, and these are your headlines. The Supreme Court of Texas has granted review of a previous decision that some are saying allowed politically motivated lawfare against Attorney General Ken Paxton and his first Assistant Attorney General Brent Webster by the Texas State Bar, which has continued its efforts to oust both the Attorney General and Webster from the legal playing field. The Office of the Attorney General filed a petition for review with the Supreme Court of Texas on June 4th, asking the court to step in and intervene, according to a press release from the OAG. That petition was granted on Friday. The conflict began when the State Bar of Texas attempted to strip Ken Paxton's license to practice law and censure him following a lawsuit he filed several years ago challenging the validity of the 2020 election. A Texas Scorecard had previously reported that the Texas v. Pennsylvania case was filed at the U.S. Supreme Court in December of 2020, along with a coalition of 18 states. The legal challenge questioned voting mechanisms in several states and aimed to temporarily halt them from certifying vote counts ahead of the vote of the Electoral College. However, the case was dismissed, and the State Bar of Texas then launched its legal attack on both Ken Paxton and Brent Webster. Attorney General Ken Paxton said the disturbing trend of political persecutions in this country designed to intimidate public officials into silence on crucial issues must end. Now the petition for review of the court's decision has been granted. This is an ongoing case. A political group originally formed to prevent lawsuit abuse is being criticized for seeking to dismantle a state law designed to protect citizens from abusive lawsuits. They're called SLAP. It's Strategic Lawsuits Against Public Participation, and they're aimed at silencing individuals who speak out on controversial issues or people, typically by alleging they've engaged in defamation. The Texas Citizens Participation Act, or the TCPA, protects citizens from frivolous lawsuits that aim to silence free speech, right to petition, or right to association. It allows individuals and organizations to quickly dismiss legal actions filed primarily to intimidate or burden them for exercising those rights. Under the TCPA, if a defendant can show that a lawsuit is based on their protected activities, the court can dismiss the case early and potentially award legal costs to the defendant. Well, during the last legislative session, Texans for Lawsuit Reform supported legislation designed to limit TCPA motions, though their efforts ultimately failed. Since then, the Republican Party of Texas has updated their platform to explicitly protect the TCPA. TLR has continued criticizing the TCPA, even in its most recent newsletter last month. The Protect Free Speech Coalition is fighting to protect the law. J.T. Morris, senior attorney at the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, which is a part of that coalition, stressed the importance of keeping the TCPA in place. He said the TCPA protects Texans from facing frivolous lawsuits simply for exercising their freedom of speech. Gutting the TCPA will only benefit people who want to abuse the court system to silence their critics. In a statement to Texas Scorecard, TLR spokesperson Lucy Cafrelli said that while the organization supports the goals of the TCPA, they argue it's being used to delay what they call legitimate cases.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Dallas City Council members have approved a resolution condemning Texas's landmark border security law, with only 3 council members voting against the measure. The resolution is in response to Senate Bill 4, which was signed into law by Governor Abbott last year, and simultaneously criminalizes illegal entry into the state of Texas, as well as empowering law enforcement to arrest illegal aliens. The legislation has been caught up in a lawsuit by the Biden administration, which asserts that the law is clearly unconstitutional. That's what they say. In addition to the Biden administration's lawsuit, the ACLU and the Texas Civil Rights Project have challenged the law. Now, it was supposed to take effect in March, but a federal court temporarily blocked it. Last month, the resolution was put on the Dallas City Council's agenda that would say that enforcing SB 4 would strain police resources and negatively impact relationships with the community. Only Mayor Eric Johnson and council members Paul Ridley and Carol Mendelson voted against the resolution. Councilmember Jamie Resendez was absent during the vote. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.